Hello, we are back. Automated Matt back here, looking like a baby's bottom here, freshly shaven. Excited to get into it. We had a fun week. I think I'm going to call this like my road to 50k a month just series, and that's kind of what I'm doing with this anyways. So we are officially on week 3 of my road to 50k a month with automated trading, and pretty good week. Actually very excited to get into it. It was a really interesting week with the algorithms and everything that we had going. Netted about 2,300 for the week on my private accounts, my personal accounts, and then actually ended up failing to my 200k static blue sky accounts. But despite all that, and here's the interesting part, I did still get a blue live account and basically a past account, evaluation account through all this with blue sky. So I'll get into that in a minute here, but let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's just start by going through probably the most important thing I think about these videos is, again, just showing all of you my daily statements for the week. I'm pretty sure this is about as authentically, the most authentic thing I can do for you all. If there's a better way for me to do this, let me know. But here you can see the amounts we made trading this week. You can see on the 19th, we had one trade for the day. 1145 there. Then on the 21st, our trade was for 2360, and then on the 22nd, we did actually have a losing day, unfortunately. I think only the second losing day since I've started this challenge, or since I've started posting. I could be wrong on that, but did have a second losing day for just under 1200 there at 1130, and we ended the week at just about $2,340. I believe that is about where we actually ended last week as well, which, I mean, hey, if I'm making $2,300 a week passively without doing anything additional other than just running these algorithms, to start, that's pretty good. We can scale up and keep things going as we get more capital in this account, but this is a really good start right now, and I am pretty stoked on it, to be completely honest. So, as you can see here too, so this here is a 150k static account. As I had mentioned, I did actually blow my 200k accounts on the 21st here during this trade, the 2300 trade. I was trading 2NQ. Drawdown was too high. We'll get into it. But despite those accounts being blown, I did find out actually that Blue Sky has this really cool new feature where you are actually able to reset your blue live accounts. So for those that aren't familiar, Blue Sky has their evaluation phase, and then they go on to their blue live, which is their earning phase, which is basically taking an account from 0 to at least, depending on your account size, $2,000 and $3,000 in profit. And then once you actually do hit that profit goal, then you can start withdrawing from it, and you have just that static drawdown that you did in the evaluation phase as well, and you can just start building up and trying to scale those accounts. So I did actually have an account in the blue live phase before I started this channel. I got stupid with it, ended up losing the account. That's on me. Whatever, is what it is. However, Blue Sky now lets you reset those accounts for $250, and even though I blew that account before Blue Sky enacted this policy, I contacted their support, and they were kind enough to allow me to still reset my account, and now I have that blue live account, which I'm one step closer to having a fun prop firm account, which I'm really excited about as well too. I did actually go ahead and just restart, instead of doing the reset fee for the 200k accounts, I did just go ahead and do just purchase a brand new 150k static account, just because the profit goal on the evaluation account, on the blue live account is 3,000. I figured I may as well have the Blue Sky account here match that as well, the new evaluation phase one I have. So we're working on that. We got a 150k account here. We got a 200k account that is in the blue live phase. The profit goal for both of them is 3,000. So hopefully we'll get that going soon. Did start both the evaluation account, the new evaluation account, as well as the blue live account off on Friday with a loss, unfortunately, of $187. That was 3 MNQ. I'm being more conservative with these just because I want to pass them. And especially now that I do have that Blue Live account, I just want to pass it. But not a big loss at all by any means. And no algorithm is going to get it perfect every time. But without further ado, let's get into my trades that we're taking this week. But actually, one more thing before I do. So like I showed you guys, the P&L this week was $2,340. And then my month to date P&L so far is $7,810. So we're averaging about, you know, three weeks into this month. So we're averaging basically $2,500 a week. It's pretty sweet. Pretty freaking sweet, I'd say. So let's take a look at my trades that we're taking this week. So we're gonna rewind. The first trade that was taken this week was on the 19th. So it actually went quite a few days without trading, almost a full week. As you can see, the last trade before that was on the 13th. We had our first trade taken on the 19th. Great, easy long, no issues there. We entered around, what was that? 543, closed it around 581. That was like give or take a 40-ish point move. Move on to Thursday. This is where things start to get very interesting for me. So I actually happen to wake up a bit earlier than I usually do on Thursdays. So I was awake the short time between this really awesome winning short and this long that ended up closing on a loss. Had you just let it run through the end of the day, would have ended on a win, but the way I have it set up, it stops trading at 12 p.m. But, excuse me, 12 p.m. Pacific. No, 12 p.m. New York time, 9 a.m. Pacific. But this short was a $2,300 win, which is awesome. You can see it was, you know, from 53 all the way down to 97 there. So that was like a, I don't know, almost 55 point move, 60 point move, something like that. But this drawdown here was insane. Here, let me move myself around a bit so you guys can see better. Absolutely nuts. So like I said, on that prop firm account, I was trading 2NQ. And you can see how bad the drawdown on that one trade got the winning trade. $5,300. Shit. $5,300. I am very happy I was not awake when this trade was going on. Otherwise, I would have been freaking out and losing my mind. But, you know, the algorithm typically knows what it's doing, and it saw that the move was still valid. And we did end up back in the profit zone, obviously, for a really good trade. Just a bummer that on the prop firm accounts, we did not have enough drawdown to survive it. Is what it is. I should have only been trading 1NQ. Now, on my personal account, this trade was actually not taken. The second one, that was actually a loser for the day. And I'll tell you why. In my experience, if this algorithm, the way it's set up, if it trades more than once in a day, especially when it gets this close to the end of the day close, for at least the algorithm's end of the day close, it typically doesn't do that well. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not. But I just had a feeling, I was like, you know, I can see the way this is going. It's going to be entering a trade soon. And I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to work out. So I actually went ahead and manually turned this off, which ended up being a very good thing. As you can see, this trade here did end in a loss. So not sad to miss that second one. Got very lucky that I happened to wake up in time to turn it off. Otherwise, you can see, you know, would have actually been a pretty significant losing day of about $1,000. So between the two, so happy about that. And then moving on to the final day, which was a loss on the prop firm accounts as well as my personal accounts. You can see here, and this is what I mean about just like having a lot of trust in the algorithm. It's, you know, obviously it's scary when it gets into that crazy of drawdown, but it's not like anything to panic about, because it's, you know, this automation is very good about filtering out moves that are still or are no longer valid. Because you can see here, I mean, even had I just left this not having the end of the day close setting on this, it would have ended up in a very good profit. And you know, you can see that here actually. If we just change this to don't force close, you can see that would have ended up being a $1,600 trade, which obviously would have been really awesome. There's currently some debate in the QuantView Discord about whether or not we should be even using the force close versus don't force close, but the developer is like, hey, don't tweak it, guys. It's a good thing. And for the time being, I'm going with what he says because he created all this stuff. So shout out to you, Anthony. I think you know best when it comes to QuantView. But like I said, we did have that loss today. But again, what was awesome is, excuse me, that loss on the 22nd. But what was awesome about that was it really quickly realized, oh, this move's actually not happening. And then the second on that next candle, once that candle closed, the move was done. And it was only a $1,200 loss, which with 2NQ is really not bad at all. No complaints from me on that. So those are the trades that were taken this week. And then as always, as a reminder for you all, I need to make a full video on this, but I do get a lot of questions, just people asking how am I automating. I'm doing all of this with Alert Drag, and you can see it here. If you are interested, I do have a link to them in my bio. If you want to use my referral, excuse me, my affiliate link, I will get a kickback. There you go. But Alert Dragon's great. They actually were having some issues recently, but the devs were working very closely with me, just helping figure out the execution issues that we were having. Wasn't even an issue on their end. It was an issue with TradingView and how the alerts were set from there. But either way, I highly recommend Alert Dragon if you're trying to automate your TradingView alerts into Tradovate. You can, 14 days risk-free. You can try it. If you like it, great. If not, no worries. At least you tried it. And then, of course, if you want to automate your prop firm account, this is really the best way to do it. QuantView's ATS software. It is expensive. Last time I checked, it was like $6,000, and honestly, I think they're only going to be raising the price more and more. But the QuantView team is working on so many awesome things that, I just truly can't recommend them enough. And if you do get their ATS software, you do also get all of their automated strategies as well as all of their indicators. This Q Kronos one is basically what I'm using on my current account that I just showed you all. And then as well, you will also get a lot of really great TradingView indicators if you do also enjoy manual trading. So highly, highly, highly recommend give them a go. I think again as well, they have like a 14-day free trial. Affiliate link in my bio, or excuse me, my YouTube description down there if you're interested in checking that out. But if not, no worries. But that is all we got for this week, everyone. End of the week about 2,300 up. That's a pretty good week. Pretty freaking good week. No complaints from me. And we will move into week 4. Hoping to end November strong on this upcoming Thanksgiving week. Hope you all have a great time, however you choose to spend the week, whether you're eating turkey with your family or doing whatever it is you choose to do. Have a great week, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll talk to you all later. Peace.